The Asian population in New Zealand stands at over 350,000, with the highest concentration living in Auckland. Queer Asians are coming to New Zealand in search of sexual emancipation, but cultural differences can mean there is no easy key to freedom.
In general, they're less happy about having a same-sex attracted identity than other overseas-born respondents and New Zealand-born respondents. Possibly because there's kind of a cultural dissonance there. So they're not terribly happy about it, and furthermore, they keep that identity very private.
Asian culture view homosexuality as illegal. It's against God's will. It's immoral. There's a big difference with Asian born here in New Zealand and Asian born in Asia. Asian born here in New Zealand are more independent. They are more confident about themselves. Unlike Asian born in Asia, they are scared that no one will understand their English. So communication is the #1 problem.
The communication problems have potentially far-reaching consequences.
HIV has to do with sex and drugs, and many Asian cultures still have a difficult time with sex, and particularly with a sexual identity that is other than married.
The New Zealand AIDS Foundation recently launched their first campaign targeting Asian men who have sex with men.
It's really important to have a campaign that particularly targets Asian gay and bisexual men. It's very clear, particularly from the recent census, that there's a significant number of Asian gay and bisexual men living in Auckland, and that's where most of the new diagnoses of HIV are in the country.
The campaign features both New Zealand and overseas-born Asians. They gathered with friends to discuss some of the issues facing a growing gay Asian population.
I thought you did a fantastic job with the campaign. Having so many Asian men in a poster so visible in a culture which doesn't discuss anything remotely disgraceful to the family name, I thought it was really powerful.
I guess the biggest issue is if we still thinking HIV has nothing to do with us, and then the problem is just going to keep growing.
And also because in the GAP survey last year that Asians tend to be more risk-taking because they believe that HIV is less serious threat now than it used to be before because of the treatment.
Actually, I think coming to New Zealand helped me to come out because when I was in my home country, I had no gay friends, so basically I had no idea about that.
Asian people who actually was raised here originally have a different upbringing and a different mindset.
I think the problem is for Chinese family. They really care about what other relatives think and what their friends think about. When I first came out to my mom, she started crying and she said, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna tell your auntie, your uncle and my friends?
That's true. I see my sister able to share their life with my mom, bring boyfriend home and having kids, and I feel that I always have to hide myself.
It was after my dad died that I knew that I could come out to my mum, and it was quite sad, I think, for my mum at the time. She was not only dealing with my dad's death, and two weeks later I tell her that I'm attracted to women. She handled it as best that she could in the midst of grief, realised that I'm still her daughter and the same girl that she loved and nurtured and raised.
I don't know what will happen to the Asian gay community. And it's so sad that sometimes I talk to Asian guys that they don't have HIV testing, they don't want to buy condoms because they feel embarrassed.
I think the new AIDS Foundation campaign targeting Asian gay men is essential. It's coming at a very important time because we're seeing more and more people who are coming into the country that are reasonably undereducated about HIV prevention. And if nothing else, it raises awareness that this is something that I need to be aware of.